friends, come on in, take your shoes off, have a seat, and consider staying a while by clicking that subscribe button. So today's video kind of got all messed up. So I had the idea to do an entire day of eating out of our stockpile. This is something I've wanted to do for a while because I've failed at the rule that someone has told me. I think it was, I want to say it was the Angry Prepper or something. I don't know. Someone said, eat what you stock and stock what you eat. And because of everything going on, I've been like terrified to touch my stockpile. And I realized that, yes, I'm fully stocked in there, but if something were to actually happen, I wouldn't really know like recipes or like how to use the items that I have. That's why I came up with the idea of trying to eat an entire day out of my stockpile. Well, tomorrow I'll be 20 weeks pregnant, so I'm like halfway through my pregnancy and I'm starting to get to that stage where I'm not sleeping well. In the last 3 days, I have gotten like maybe 3 or 4 hours of sleep each night. So yesterday I took a nap, which meant last night I couldn't sleep, which means today I didn't get up till almost 10:30. I love-hate relationship with sleeping in because I feel so lazy, but I feel like so much better now that I've actually kind of like caught up on my sleep. But all that to say that I didn't obviously wake up to do breakfast. So then the idea came to me to do like a stockpile recipe like video series, endless amounts of recipes that you can make from a stockpile. And I thought, you know what, like maybe you guys might enjoy me like showing you what recipes I'm coming up with out of just a few canned good ingredients. Today will be episode 1 of this series, and if you guys do like this type of content, make sure you either leave me a comment down below and I will continue the series, or make sure you just give this video a thumbs up. Another way today's video kind of got messed up was like I wanted to take it a step further. I'm sorry, my cat's butt is on the table and knocking my camera. You always like video bomb me, dude. Another way that today's video got messed up is I wanted to take it a step further and actually like cook as if I didn't have electricity or like a stove or anything. Since we have our wood stove, I was going to cook on that. But of course today is raining, so I'm not going to be able to do that. So just know like in the future I want to do a few like recipe videos where I'm not using modern technology to make anything. My true organized self fashion, I actually don't have recipes planned for today, so I just thought we would go out to the garage, see what sounds good, and make it, and I'll show you guys. I'm gonna start out with this instant coffee. I always have this in my stockpile. It's my favorite brand of instant coffee that I found that actually tastes like coffee. And with me being here by myself when my husband's at work, I don't want to make an entire pot of coffee because it'll waste it. I can't drink all of it. Being pregnant, I'm only supposed to have 1 cup. So these are perfect for not only an individual serving, but if you guys saw my items to barter video, you would know I keep these on hand because in an SHTS situation, people are going to want coffee. They're going to miss their caffeine. So these are perfect for not only my own use, but if things got bad, I could barter and trade these items. So I am going to make one of these, and I love this Folgers Cappuccino French Vanilla. It's a powder form. I do have powder forms of creamer, but I just find that I just like this. It makes it taste like obviously like a cappuccino, and I don't need the extra creamer. So I'm gonna put some of this. I actually bought this last year, so you can see this has almost a 2-year shelf life. These I believe had a 3 or a 5-year shelf life. I don't remember. I actually ordered them in bulk off of Amazon. The only thing, I realize the lighting is so crappy. Hold on, let me see if I turn that on. Does that help any? Kind of, okay. The only reason, or the only thing I find with these is it's like really hard to open. So usually, if you were organized, you would know where your kitchen scissors are. I'm not. And my husband never puts them back, so I'm just gonna use a knife. I already warmed up this water for about 2 minutes in the microwave. Just gonna dump that in there. Woo. Then we're just gonna put in a scoop or 2 of this. And we have coffee, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna reference my pregnancy like 100 times in this video, and I hope you guys don't get annoyed. But because of morning sickness, my favorite breakfast right now is some crackers and some peanut butter. Crackers, this one will last till this July 2021, but I've had this box for I think a year. So these have a pretty long shelf life. I think these actually, or this peanut butter actually expires, yeah, July this summer too. But I've had this for, I want to say a year and a half. So both of these have really long shelf life. And peanut butter, I'm pretty sure everyone knows, has a really good amount of fat, really good amount of carbs, and 7 grams of protein per serving. So if you eat a couple servings, you're gonna get a lot of protein in this, and it will sustain you in an SHTF situation. But it makes a really good breakfast too. So this is actually what I'm gonna have for breakfast. All right, we are headed out to the garage, and I'm gonna try to find something in here to make lunch out of. I shouldn't just say try, because I definitely can make lunch from this. Like, there's a lot of food out here, so like I don't ever want to seem like I'm coming off as like ungrateful or something for what God's blessed us with and like what we've been able to build over the last year. So yeah, we're gonna make lunch out of this. Honestly, the first thing that catches my eye is these refried beans. I haven't had them in so long. Ugh, short girl problems. Ugh. Love keeping these rice packets. There's like a bunch of different kinds. I have Spanish rice, I have Mexican rice. This is cheddar and broccoli. These will keep, we've had these for a year now, and they're good till November of this year. So they have a 2-year shelf life, and all you need is water, like hot water to make it, which you could easily make this like over a fire or something. I don't know if you guys can read that, but that says August 2nd, 2022. So this has a really long shelf life, but I'm gonna put this with this rice. Every time I go out to the garage, Benji, our Labradoodle, thinks I'm leaving. And so he'll sit in this chair and act all depressed because he's mad at me. I'm not leaving. Benny, I'm not leaving. So I know I said in the garage that you just had to add water, which is true because it says vegetable oil optional, but I did go ahead, since I had vegetable oil in my stockpile, and put in the tablespoon. I'm realizing as I'm making this is literally the most basic prepper meal I could have properly made, because all you hear is preppers say, oh, stock up on beans and rice, stock up on beans and rice. I did not intentionally do this. I'll try to be more creative with dinner. All right, so here's lunch. I kind of feel like it looks like either dog food or a meal we used to serve at the jail that I worked at. I will say it does taste good, it just doesn't look appetizing. The whole goal of this series is so that if something were to happen, I would know how to make like edible food out of canned food, and we wouldn't just be, you know, eating this every day. So you gotta start somewhere, right? But I'm excited to start to learn how to kind of cook with this type of food and to make it more appealing. I got smart and I found the ladder in here. So for dinner, I'm thinking I'm gonna use this tuna because it has a lot of protein. It also doesn't expire until 2023, so really long shelf life here. They've had a huge sale on these like just add meat pastas, and so I stocked up on this one, this tuna, because we did stock up on a lot of just canned tuna in general, because of the protein content and how long the shelf life was. So I thought that because my husband doesn't like tuna, this might be a way I could get him to eat it, especially obviously if we were in like an emergency situation, he would eat it. Like he'd be desperate, but I thought this might make it more bearable. So I wanted to go ahead and try this, and the shelf life on this is really good. This doesn't expire till next year. And I want to put a vegetable with dinner too, so I'm just going to do one of these mixed can of vegetables. Expiration date is 2022. Hi, Miss Lou. Lucy Lou, say hi to YouTube. So I'm waiting on this to boil, and I was looking at the box for this, and it doesn't look like this would actually be a good option for like an SHTF situation or like an emergency situation where a storm knocks the power out or whatever, because it requires 2 cups of milk and butter. So in a short-term scenario, we would need to use up those items, so I guess it would work. But in hindsight, like in long-term food or whatever, perfect example of why I'm doing this and why I want to encourage you, if you have a stockpile, is to get familiar with what you have to work with. Because if you're stocking up on stuff like this and, you know, an SHTF situation happens and, you know, you get to the ingredients and you're like, oh man, like I don't have this stuff. So, yeah, I'm glad I'm doing this and I'm learning as I go. All right, so here is dinner, and this is the last stockpile meal I'm gonna make today. I've actually haven't had like Tuna Helper or Hamburger Helper in forever, so this is bringing back some childhood memories for me. I believe 1 serving of this has 10 grams of protein in it, so that's really good and would keep you full, and plus obviously the pasta in it would. I feel like this is more of like a complete meal because you got the veggies and stuff in it, and like your carb and your protein. I keep saying this, but obviously this is my first day of doing this, and I hope to continue to kind of make some more appetizing meals and just learn how to be a better cook with the ingredients that I have. But I think I did pretty good for my first day on this. That is it for today's video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys let me know if this is a series you want me to continue, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Bye.